Tonight, jazz is feeling the air of downtown Amarillo. It's not just any jazz, though. Jeff Coffin, the sax man for the Dave Matthews Band, is in town with his band, The Meaghan.
Kind of a big deal. Now, before we let you see our interview with him, let us actually introduce you to him. Jeff is a 3-time Grammy Award winner with Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. A lot of people didn't know that. He started playing with the Dave Matthews Band in 2008 when band original Leroy Moore passed away. But before he started touring the country, he attended school at the University of North Texas.
Yes, he did.
Down in Denton, where he was a member of the acclaimed 1 O'Clock Lab Band. Last night, Meaghan and I had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to actually meet Jeff. Take a look. Do you ever get amazed at where music is taking you?
Absolutely. All the time. Yeah. And I've been extraordinarily fortunate to get to do what I do. And so, for me, look, I was never the best player. I'm still not the best player. But I've worked harder than probably 90% of the people that are out there.
And sometimes hard work finally pays off. In 2008, Jeff Coffin, then a member of Bella Fleck and the Flecktones, got a call from a little group called the Dave Matthews Band. They would need Jeff to fill in for them right away.
So I said, well, what do you mean by right away? He said, the next gig's tomorrow.
You're kidding.
So that's what I said.
A tall order because admittedly, Jeff wasn't very familiar with the music.
And the fans are incredible fans. I mean, they know every lyric of every tune. And they know all the parts. They know what it's supposed to sound like, you know. And
Which is a curse too, would you say? Or
well, in some ways, because I was like, oh, the audience knows the music way better than I do.
Right.
I wasn't really very familiar with their music. We had opened with them for the Flecktones a number of times, but my familiarity with their music was minimal, I would say, at best.
And in an instant, Jeff found himself on one of the biggest stages of his life.
He worked on a bunch of stuff, basically chicken scratched some stuff out for the gig, did the gig, and it was seamless.
When you're playing those solos, it's like 4 minutes long, 6 minutes long. Where do you go? Like where do you go?
That's a great question. I'm not really sure.
Because you're not with us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but I think that sometimes I'm so with you that there's no division.
1, 2, 3.
And now, those musical fundamentals that saved him years ago are what Jeff preaches to the hundreds of students he works with each year.
We get out and do these clinics and work with students, and now that I've been with Dave Matthews since 2008, it's even higher profile. So I feel like I can bring that clout into this and say, look, this really is important. It's so important that I'm coming in on my time off to do this stuff. You know, and I encourage the students to get involved too. I'm saying, like, man, write some emails, write some letters, make some phone calls, and let people know how important it is to you as a student, you know, that the arts continue. Because, look, the arts define a culture. And without the arts, there is no culture. You know, and if we lose that, we're in danger of losing the identity of who we are.
We were kind of excited. We were like giddy kids, and even at the end, I will tell you, Meaghan got a hug from him, and she was like glowing and so excited. I mean, you guys had a New Orleans jazz moment.
We did have a jazz moment. Okay, so you can catch his new CD, In the Air. That's out. It's fantastic. If you love jazz, go ahead and pick that one up. But you can catch him live tonight over at the Performing Arts Center. You can still get tickets. They're $15. Totally worth it.
And he's recently released a book that you can find on ebooks. Just search Jeff Coffin.
Absolutely, so cool. Okay, well, up next, school is back in session over at City View Elementary School, and that means teachers are doing some outstanding work. We're going to introduce you to one of them.
And listen, we just can't stop. Mrs. Doug from talking about losing weight. He's almost cheering. He's so excited.
Hey!
And we're always cheering when the Funspired Girls stop by. Stay tuned for their January Top 10.